So what would you say to a caregiver who realizes that that line they drew some years ago is no longer realistic in the current climate and space of the caregiving, and they feel guilty or shame about needing to change it?
Yeah, I would say a line in the sand is a declarative statement. It's a good anchor, but we're not perfect human beings, and things do change. If the line in the sand was put there with your heart in it and your commitment to it, and things change, that's okay. It's a commitment, but life is complex, and we need to acknowledge that. There's an unusual angle to this sometimes, is that there's this unspoken or sometimes even spoken agreement that caregivers need to understand, is that when a parent says, I'll give you this house if you do so and so. And
Yes.
you need to be very clear about what that means, because can create a loss of dignity when that is not clear.
Yes.
When an older person all of a sudden, I gave them my house and they're not doing this for me. Or the caregivers turns out, they gave me the house, but now I'm resentful because they expect me to do this for the rest of their life. So I think those kinds of things need to have some degree of clarity, some kind of line in the sand to start with that results in a dignity for everyone, with some clarity, rather than just kind of not recognizing what all these things mean.
And I think along that same line, I know of a caregiver who was given furniture and stuff when they bought a home, but then there was no realization or discussion that there was attachment to all of those items within the home, and it created a very difficult dynamic between the person who purchased and the person who sold, because the person who sold had not been able to let go, and they had immense fear around what were they going to do with it. It needed to stay there for the rest of its life. Even if the washing machine died, that washing machine had to stay in the home. And because it wasn't discussed, do you have an attachment to this stuff? Like, I know you're saying you want to leave it, but if it dies, cannot it be chucked? And I think a lot of the time we don't ask the questions because they can have uncomfortable answers. And then we find ourselves in these situations where we're like, well, now what do I do with a dead washing machine? I can't move it. I can't put a new one in. And there's this expectation that I hold on to it for the rest of my life. And that's just a scenario where it had nothing to do with caregiving, but it had to do with the items and how that operates. And so you're so right. And if somebody is saying, hey, I'm going to gift you my home, the difficult conversation has to be had. If I accept this beautiful gift, what are you wanting me to support you with in the future?
Yeah. And what's going to happen if I decide I want to remodel the home, or I want to sell it? You know?
What happens if I get into financial crisis and I can't sustain it anymore? It's a beautiful home, but what would that mean for you? And so it is also the same situation for having an end-of-life conversation before it becomes an end-of-life crisis where we don't have any of the things understood. And then it becomes this taboo subject because I don't want to upset them because they know that they're passing away. So it's having those uncomfortable but vitally important moments and conversations with your loved one so that you can honour their dignity, you can honour their wishes, you can yourself remain in the green zone during that crisis time because you know what's happening, you know where you're at, you both are on the same page. And I think there's so much kindness in that idea. The idea of having the line in the sand, having these difficult life conversations. And it doesn't mean we've failed by having them early. It means that we are supported. It means that we are connected. It provides that deep trust between yourself and the person that you're caring for, even if they are your parent.